welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be talking about the A90 Supra. This one is actually my car. The Ford Focus RS in this channel is my wife's car that we've been working on consistently. We still have some upgrades that we already done and we're still going to be doing to that car, so there will be more content on that one to come later. But right now I want to introduce the A90 Supra. I've had this car for about 2 years. I've done typical modifications to it, catless downpipe, E50 tune. That right there was phenomenal. It was fast enough for most people. Of course, being me and I like to modify pretty much everything, go to the extreme sometimes, I decided I wanted to go top mount turbo. To me it just looks better and I just love the way the bigger turbos feel, especially on these straight sixes. So I decided to go with a G35 top mount turbo from P-Tune. It is a dual wastegate system. It has the newest generation G35 1050s and it should provide quite a bit of power. I will go over the other specifications, the other modifications I've already done to the car. Really, this video is just a kind of an introduction since I haven't really filmed anything on this car or have really talked about it in any of my previous videos. You might have kind of seen some glimpses of it in the background, but right now you guys are going to see the full detail. So let's go ahead and show you guys around. All right, so as you guys can see, I do have the AMS intake manifold, which I talked about earlier, along with the port injection. I do have 1050X ID injectors in there. They're the newest generation and they work phenomenal. I did have to build my own charge pipe as I added the Vibrant HD couplers, which I'll go over those here in a little bit. As you can tell, the turbo and everything is out. Under the engine cover, there's not much to look at. It's pretty much just a wiring mess. I did do a little bit of cleanup on it, but I really don't feel like showing it. We did the reflex system with the Accutech, the Visconti E85 kit, along with the port injection kit. I also installed a Visconti Stage 1 fuel pump, which I will tell you was not fun to do. I did try to do some filming on it, but it was just too small of an area for me to really get the camera to show you guys. Along with that, this turbo will be controlled by electronic boost controller, which I have installed here. I went AN lines for everything for the boost control, just because A, it looks better, and B, I just don't trust the plastic lines a lot of people use. This kit does have a tile 50mm blow-off valve and then the charge pipe. I did add, like I said, the HD clamps to it. I welded those into it, so I did have to build my own custom charge pipe. But this is pretty much where I'm at right now. I do plan on upgrading the transmission to a pure stage 1 here soon. It's going to need to happen once I actually start putting power to the ground. So over here I have the manifold, which I just got back from coating. It's got a thermal coat on it. This will help distribute heat well and keep it inside. Since I will have a blanket over this, but this one I'm not wrapping. I just prefer to have all my stainless coated. It looks a lot better and it helps it last a lot longer. As you can tell, I do have the compressor housing off as well. I have the Vibrant HD clamp adapter welded to it. It's just better than couplers, so I don't have to worry about anything coming off of it. I do plan on powder coating this, which I'll probably do a short video on that one as well to come. Along with my wastegates, which I already have the lines configured those before I sent everything off to coating so I didn't scratch anything. So right now, let's go ahead and get the turbo manifold bolted on, get the wastegates bolted on, get everything plumbed up, and then hopefully here soon I'll be able to start this car and start getting it tuned so I can really show you guys what this car can do. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, as you can see, I have the wastegates all assembled along with their lines. The dump tubes are also assembled, wrapped, and ready to go. They're bolted on. They're not tightened quite yet because I need to be able to adjust them when I'm down there, then I'll tighten them. The next thing for me to do is go ahead and get this compressor housing powder coated. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and mount the manifold, get it ready and bolted on permanently along with the exhaust housing. This will help me kind of get everything together so I know everything bolts up, get all the lines hooked up, so then all I have to worry about is the compressor housing. Then I'll be able to bolt everything up and then hopefully start the car here soon. So let's go ahead and get started on getting this manifold on and getting the turbo put back together. Also, so you can see, here's where all the drain lines are, the coolant lines, There's another coolant line right there. All of them are already tightened, ready to go. Just gotta get them on the turbo and we should be good from there. So now that I have the manifold installed, the turbo mostly installed, the downpipe is installed, hooked up to the exhaust, all the coolant lines, oil lines are all hooked up. The one thing I am missing is the compressor housing, which I just powder coated, and I'll show you that right now. So here's the compressor housing all powder coated. The color I chose is called Illusion Violet with a clear vision topper. It's a two-stage process. You have to be very patient to do it. It does take multiple tries and practices to get to the right color that you want. The cool thing about the Illusion Violet is it changes color all over the place. You can be out in the sun, in the daylight, in the dark. It just looks different every angle. So it's actually a pretty cool color. So that's the color I chose. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this installed on the turbo and hopefully get the car together so we can hear it actually start. All right guys, here it is completed. I got everything on, everything installed, and it's ready to go. First startup went great. Fortunately, my camera died on finishing installation and getting the exhaust clips, but I will get some more of those later on. Right now, my focus is on getting this car tuned so I can, start driving it some more and take some more videos of it. I do have quite a bit of parts for this car still to install: wheels, tires, suspension, and other things I am going to be walking through, just like I did the Ford RS. Once the tuning gets done, I'll definitely have a lot more content coming out on this. So if you guys have any questions about installation or big turbo or anything like that, feel free to comment below. I'll do my best to answer your questions. If not, I'll find you the answer somehow. And again, please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.